What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with another Destiny 2 video. Of course, this week Act 2 for Heresy drops, so it's going to be a pretty busy one. We are getting new Heresy content. On top of that though, a new Nightfall weapon drops, and it's the Lotus EATER. A lot of players are excited for that one, as well as the return of Guardian games for the year, so it'll be a lively week. But additionally, there's some maintenance things to be aware of as we head into the weekly reset, as well as some tuning changes and updates coming to Destiny 2. So we'll round up all of the technical stuff, updates from Bungie, as well as new content mentions, and a handful of other things in the video. So if you guys enjoy this one, get subscribed to the channel. That would really help us out, as around 50% of the viewers still haven't done that. I appreciate you as always if you do. Now though, let's get into it. So first thing to be aware of, that now daily and weekly reset times have changed to 10 AM Pacific Daylight Time. So of course the clocks have changed, worth keeping that in mind. And as we head into the first week for Act 2, there'll also be some extended maintenance. So this is going to run from something like 2:45 AM Pacific on Tuesday all the way up until 10 AM, and that's when we'll get the update for the game and the launch of Act 2. Hopefully things will be pretty smooth, but only time will tell, just keep it in mind. And then alongside the new content launching, we will get some changes for the game. So Bungie announced that they'll be making adjustments to On the Prowl and smoke grenades in Crucible. So the smoke debuff no longer reduces player movement speed or jump height, but also no longer will reduce player weapon handling or suppress player movement abilities. So that's quite big. Then for On the Prowl, hunted players no longer have a pink glow in first person perspective, and they've also reduced the glow intensity on hunted players in third person. On top of that though, Bungie have said they're tuning the Redrix's S-Dark, and specifically the Sword Logic perk, where they're reducing base damage bonus for kills against players from 20% to 15%, although they are increasing the damage bonus for kills against players in a super from 35% to 50%. So a pretty early adjustment to that one. They're also walking back some of the buff to lightweight pulse rifles that we got at the start of the episode. So they're reducing body shot damage from 20.4 to 19.7 and crit damage from 31.8 to 31.5. Although Bungie point out this is still a damage increase over the values before this episode. So it's not a complete nerf, but a minor adjustment to the archetype overall. In terms of other changes in the update, no doubt there'll be some quality of life stuff and potentially additional sandbox tunings. So I'll keep you posted with the patch notes for those when we get them on Tuesday. Otherwise, let's speak about new content for the week, and starting with the Heresy stuff, we're going into Act 2 now, so as Bungie outlined, there will be the new Court of Blades activity, as well as an additional 5 Heresy weapons, the continuation of the story, and of course quests for the Barrow Dyad catalyst. So up until now, we've been capped at Step 5 of the Dyadic Ascension quest, and at some point after the launch of Act 2, potentially after the completion of the story for the week, we should be able to claim an item at the Shaping Slab that allows the continuation of that quest, where we'll have to find additional taken Osseous fragments in the Nether and complete an expert run of the Nether. So that's a quick heads up on that one, plus it looks like there'll be additional quests rolling out over the course of time to get further upgrades on the weapon. Otherwise, further details for Act 2 right here from Bungie's website. It reads, the echo of the Navigator has emerged aboard the Dreadnought, assuming the form of Oryx himself. Over centuries, countless throngs have bent to his will, but he will ensure that the Guardian is no different, and a voice from beyond forms a wellspring of hope. And it touches here on the empty throne. A voice calls through the rift that appeared where Eris Morn fell. Meanwhile, the Taken King challenges the Guardian to assume the throne as his true heir. And so Eris will be returning for Act 2 via her throne world by the looks of it, which is interesting. Otherwise, we know about Court of Blades, but face an imposing lineup of champions, all bidding for the Taken King's vacant throne in this new 3-person activity full of custom challenge and great rewards. So those are a couple of new bits from the press kit right there. Otherwise, we'll get new artifact perks for Act 2 as well, including Beam Medic, where rapid trace rifle final blows heal you and nearby allies, Elemental Siphon, where rapid final blows with a kinetic weapon or a weapon matching your equipped super create an elemental pickup that matches the super. Then we have Harsh Refraction, where trace rifles do more damage to targets afflicted by elemental debuffs matching their element type, and Limit Break, where casting a super while critically wounded, or having an elemental buff matching your super element will grant a period of increased super damage. So in terms of Heresy specific stuff, it should be an interesting week, and I'll keep you guys posted on it as always. Otherwise, for the Nightfall this week, Bungie have confirmed that Lotus EATER, the new Void rocket-assisted frame sidearm, will be the drop, so it's going to be cool to finally get our hands on this one. Also important, but the Destiny 2 team have confirmed that we will get increased Nightfall rewards for this week, so double drops essentially for the first week that Lotus EATER is featured. That is a massive help, not least because we've got a lot of other content dropping in the game this week, so hopefully we'll be getting some good drops of the weapon even faster. As we've discussed previously, there are some pretty juicy rolls on this thing. You can do the Repulsor Brace destabilizing rounds combo. You can also get Reconstruction in the first trade slot, as well as Strategist or basic bonuses like Feeding Frenzy. There's also Shoot to Loot and Beacon rounds. Then the second slot can also get One for All on top of destabilizing rounds. Plus there is High Ground, Reverberation, Withering Gaze, and Adrenaline Junkie. A lot of players will already know what kind of rolls they want to go after on this thing, given that we've been waiting for it, so let us know in the comment section if you're excited to finally pick it up this week. Plus another addition for this reset will be Guardian Games for the year. So this time around it's coming with a new game mode called Rushdown, which they say is a boss rush style activity where we'll battle a series of bosses taken from D2 campaigns, story missions, and exotic missions. And there'll be a total of 5 encounters per run, which each have a different boss and escalating encounter difficulty. Plus it will be time limited, with added time for each successful encounter completion. And the more bosses we take down in that time, the more points we'll score, and essentially the more rewards we will get at the end of the activity. On top of that, upon completion, the more revive tokens that we have left, the more points we will be granted, which again will increase the reward drop rate. So should be interesting to farm that, and we'll be getting Guardian Games weapons dropping from in there. That will of course include the new Arc Trace Rifle for Guardian Games, so some players will be interested in picking that up. Bungie teased things like Jolting Feedback, Recycled Energy, Rolling Storm, and of course there are a handful of other perks that you can see are able to roll on this trace rifle. So that's another component for the week, and for the armor, it will be earned via Eververse as always, so we can grab it for Bright Dust or Silver, and it should have the typical 6,000 Bright Dust cost for the full set. Otherwise, there'll be cosmetics in the Eververse store, some for Bright Dust, and others, of course, for Silver, plus there's the event card and the upgrades there, so that'll be another element. I'm assuming Guardian Games will run for the 3 weeks that Act 2 is live, so not necessarily a rush. But between the Catalyst quests, the new Heresy content, the game mode and weapons, as well as Guardian Games and the Nightfall weapon, it certainly will be enough to keep a lot of players engaged for most of this week. So again, let us know what you'll be going after first in the comment section. But for today, guys, that is what we have to cover in the video. So if you've enjoyed this one, a rating below really helps us out. Also be sure to get subscribed and I'll keep you posted with more Destiny content. And otherwise, for now, cheers for tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.
Invite the horror in. Hold it close. Reach into the unknown and prepare for it to reach back.